our channel.
I'm Debbie.
And I'm Kefrin.
You can call me Deb.
You can call me Kef.
Yeah. And we are here for another round of Flosstube.
It's Flosstube number 20.
Yeah, crazy, crazy stuff. Who thought we'd be at 20?
And I'm wearing my glasses.
Yes! Yay! New glasses!
So I feel like my IQ jumps like 20 points when I put them on.
And somebody told us, the lady at the iStore said that if you go into an interview with glasses on,
you're like more likely to get the job.
Yeah. But we're thrilled because hopefully this will help her headaches. Okay?
Yeah, hopefully.
We're hoping. We don't know.
I have chronic headaches.
She's got to get used to them though too. There's that kind of vertigo thing too.
Yeah, because I take them off. My eye doctor said I should get contacts, and I'm thinking about trying them, but they scare the living daylights out of me.
She's not a real touch her eye kind of gal.
Well, who is?
I know. You're so funny. But anyway, that would lead us into another story.
But these are Kate Spade.
Yes!
Glasses.
So that's pretty cute.
And they're so cute on the inside. There's like flowers everywhere.
I love them.
And the box that you put them in are the freaking cutest.
They are. It was really cute. Okay.
Anyway.
So
what does that lead us into talking
No, we'll talk about it later. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Another one of your phobias.
Oh, I have a lot of phobias.
Okay.
And I don't really have that much to talk about this week, so I have my toast here.
Yeah, so she's eating her toast while
Debbie tells you about her exciting week.
But we had lots of things happen though that you need to talk about too, okay? But we wanted to talk, for one thing, I wanted to give a shout out, and I don't know why I haven't ever talked about them, but it's the Country Stitchers. It's Liz and Deb, and they have a Flosstube, and I have watched it for a long time, but I've just never thought about talking about them, and also I've never commented. Well, Deb, a sister from another life, showed us her craft room this last week, and their Flosstube number 20. And I just went, oh my heck, she is my twin. She was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so she's got all the Stampin' Up! Pads. She's got scrapbook
Debbie
stuff.
did Stampin' Up! For a while.
Yeah, and I'm here to tell you, her scrapbook room, her crafting room, because she has an area too where she stitches, and they're phenomenal stitchers. Both Liz and Deb, you can learn a ton from. They are amazing stitchers, okay? All right, Cap? So anyway, I commented because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. And her husband, of course, built all of it. What a cool, I would give anything.
Why couldn't Dad do that?
Why can't Dave build something? Anyway, it's a great room. And she's got a place for gift wrap.
But you know what? Debbie's craft room, maybe we should show you her craft room.
Oh, someday we will. I've tried to be clean.
It's actually like a really cute room.
It is. It's just not quite big enough. It's just a little tiny craft room.
I think even if it were big, it would still look the same.
Yeah, I'm terrible, okay? I'm terrible. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. So, Country Stitchers, Liz and Deb, they're great. And honestly, they just have, a wealth of knowledge. And so, and cool projects. Anyway, wanted to give a shout out to them. Lollipop Stitches has asked us a bunch of questions this week, and I just answered her on Instagram, but I wanted to tell her again that, and I feel bad, and when we get to this, we'll come back, but she wanted to know where I got my Welcome Foolish Mortals, and it was from Etsy, Rocking Horse Cross Stitch, and the fabric is, it's a great fabric. It's just an Aida. It's a 14 count Aida, but it's called Flapper. So it's that great purple, kind of a mottled purple. And we got some for you as well, the same from 123 Stitch. So she wanted to know about that. So we wanted to talk about her. She's a dear. She's a crazy Disney nut like we are.
She's love Disney nuts. Look at us.
Look at us. That's right. We've got our fairy. No. The blue fairy from Pinocchio is with us today. Okay. So, first, I'd like to talk about my Cricut adventure. I didn't get as much stitching done this week because I was at a Cricut Mountain Make-a-thon in Salt Lake City.
And we were all blown away that Debbie suddenly knew how to use Instagram and posted like 12 times a day.
Because we got really cute pins if we posted.
Maybe that's what I need to do to like tell her to post more.
Yes, to sort of
cross
encourage
stitching.
me. You've got to promise me pins.
I'll promise you like a trip to Disneyland.
Oh, okay, I'm posting.
At the end of the year.
Okay. It's an amazing event, and it's last year I believe I was told there was about 200 of us. Okay,
right.
And this year there was 385. Did I say or 3?
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
I thought there was closer to 500.
385, I want to say, but last year there was 200, and so a ton more people there, and very well done. They were a lot more organized this year, and all of the
last year was the first year, right?
Yeah, last year was the first year. It was really an excellent thing, and it really helps me to understand the Cricut Maker more. So I just wanted to talk about it for just a minute. If you are interested in getting any kind of a cutting machine, I honestly, now, I've never tried a silhouette, and I've never tried a brother. The brother looks really neat, but it's a substantial.
I've never even heard of that one.
It's a very neat one, but it's substantially more expensive. So I don't know. I really like my Cricut. The first thing we did when we walked in was they had already cut out Be Amazing, and they gave us.
Is it all on vinyl?
Yeah, this is vinyl.
But is it permanent?
You wouldn't want to put it in your dishwasher. Okay. You could wash it in your sink. So it is semi-permanent. They gave us these cups, and they had these cups. We had to weed them and then place them however we wanted on our cup.
It's cute.
It is cute, isn't it? So that was the first thing that they gave us.
Be Amazing.
And then lots of good classes. I took a class from, if any of you guys know Anna Griffin, she is a huge, what would I say? She's a big paper, she has a whole company that
she's the HSN queen.
Yes, she is. She really is. She's amazing, and she has her own line of stationery paper envelopes. She's way into that, and it's
really?
And it's very, very. She just gotten back from London looking for old motifs to design her paper around.
Cool.
Yeah. And I was really concerned to take her. I took a class from her. I was really concerned, thinking that she would be
a diva.
Yeah, kind of a diva and kind of stuffy. She was very realistic, very down to earth.
Debbie got a picture, and you didn't post it. Why didn't you?
Oh, didn't I?
No.
Oh, she let me take her picture.
She got her picture with her, and Debbie writes me. She sends me the picture, and she's like, the HSN queen.
Yeah, and so she was, and she didn't have like an assistant with her, Kev.
That's fascinating.
I thought she'd have now some HSN people were there, but nobody was up. I thought people would be up helping her.
Yeah.
Kev's an executive assistant, so I always expect people to have executive assistants.
When people have lots of money, they need assistants because you lose power to do things when you have over $1 million. Suddenly you can't do simple things like, I don't know.
Get a drink.
Get a freaking drink.
So anyway, I expected her to have, and she did not. So I don't know. The HSN,
that is interesting.
HSN people were with her, but were not.
And Debbie talked to the HSN lady, and she's like, listen, ladies, I feel like I should be working at HSN.
I would give anything, you guys, on a bucket list. I would love to be able to do a half a day, because I know I burn out. But I would love to sell stuff on HSN.
Wouldn't she be great?
I think I could sell anything. And I think... And so the girl said, you take somebody special. She said, there's no teleprompters. There are no...
And there's people like talking in your ear.
And there's people talking in your ears, telling you things, and you repeat it over and over again. And so she said it really is challenging to do what they do.
I think Debbie would be so great.
I don't know. I'd get a big bang out of it. So anyway, so we talked to the HSN people, talked to 2 amazing girls. They'll never watch this in a million years. From Hobby Lobby. Absolutely nice, fun girls that are in charge of the...
And what did you tell them, Mom?
I told them all about chalk couture because I think it's a game changer, and I think that they ought to think about it.
I think
so. Anyway, I talked to them. I had several conversations with them.
Did you tell them about our YouTubes?
No,
Debbie didn't freaking tell anybody.
If any of you watch Ken's Creations, which is it's a YouTube channel, he's been on for a long time. Ken was there, so I had a long discussion with him, and I should have had cards and given him a card.
I'm so embarrassed.
Because I think that he would have tuned in, maybe. But anyway, at the Cricut event, it was excellent. They did release 3 new they're called the Cricut Easy Press. So they are trying to compete with those big, heavy-duty 450-pound presses that people have bought over the years.
Or like iron-ons.
For iron-ons. And they released the Easy Press a year ago, and I got one, and I really like it.
How big is yours?
It's just a hair smaller than this.
Okay.
Okay? It's just a hair, not quite.
Have you used it once?
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's about, I'll bet it's 11 by 11.
Okay.
Okay? And it's for iron-ons. And the deal is that I've used my iron for years and years, but the iron does not deliver heat evenly. The Cricut Easy Presses deliver heat perfectly evenly.
Oh.
Okay? So this year, the big release was a mini Cricut press.
Oh, my heart.
That was no wider than a onesie. Because when you're using an Easy Press, if you have any kind of seam, then it's not having contact with that.
No way.
Yeah. So they've released one about the size of this
so
onesie.
If I ever have a child, we'll have to buy it.
That's correct. So anyway, we made this with the smallest one.
That's cute.
Okay, and then they have the middle-sized one, which is the one that I presently have.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and we made this. It's a banner.
Oh my god.
Okay, and they gave us the.
Wait, how is that like ombre? Is that vinyl? Or
Yeah,
what?
it's vinyl. Yeah, it's vinyl.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, and so that was the one we did with the middle-sized one.
The one you currently have.
Yes, and then the big one, we did this.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that cute?
That is
and
cute.
it covered the entire thing all at once. And we made this apron with this
that's
iron.
fun.
Yeah. So those were the big new releases this year, okay? And they released this new knife. And all of you are saying, oh, it looks like my knife, what's it called? Dad's got one upstairs.
I know.
It looks just like it. But it is, the deal with it is.
Why can't I think of what
Why
it's
can't I
called?
think of it either? I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, it's the system with which you replace the blades. So the blade, you never touch the blade when you're replacing it to a new one.
Got it.
Okay? So that's, and it also doesn't roll off. It doesn't,
Oh, wow.
it has
a little grippy.
yeah, and so it doesn't roll, so your children.
So your children don't suck
Yeah.
on it and
Yeah, they're really,
slice their.
yeah, and there's a lock and an unlock.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay? So this
And
is.
it's cute.
It is cute. It is cute. So,
Exacto knife.
yeah, thank you.
Okay.
And then they came up, and you know, these have been around for a long time.
Rulers, they have since the beginning of time.
They gave us this one because, I don't know if you can see, but you set your hand on this side and then you cut. So your
fingers are safe.
Yeah. So it's, and so then they gave us one.
So yeah, it has like, it's like dimensional. It's a dimensional ruler.
Yeah, and it's got a grippy on the back. Okay, and then they gave us
Okay, that's kind of cool. And it's cute.
Yeah, it's a cute color. And then they gave us the self-healing mat, which I used all of these products on something I will show later in the stitch thing. I used all of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's kind of cool. It was excellent. I would highly recommend it if you're interested in getting into cutting flowers. Oh my gosh. I mean, people just cut
the most beautiful flowers.
Yeah, and the lady that did that was, do you remember her name? She was an Instagram lady.
Pretty.
Glitter
all the things.
Glitter all the things.
No,
and
something.
she is now, we're like, what color cardstock do you buy? What kind of thing? She doesn't. She buys white. Everything she buys, the majority of the cardstock I buy is white, and she sprays it.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, and then she sprays it. And she makes huge.
I saw a picture.
Yeah, and then she started by doing parties for people. And so, starting at the front door.
She was just on like Good Things Utah. Good Morning America.
Yeah, she's just been on that. She's going to be on another one. It's a new thing that has been bought by NBC. I can't remember. Anyway, she was excellent. She was a teacher, and she was excellent.
That's cool.
It was an excellent retreat. I'm so glad I went. I went with my dear friend Tracy that we're going to talk about in just a minute a little bit more. She came from Denver, and so it was just really great. They're a great company.
And she posted on Instagram 500 times.
I taught Tracy how to post on
true.
Instagram.
You guys are just growing up so fast.
We are just, So anyway, so that is my, and I wanted to show you this because I'm going to do this. And I left it this yucky way.
Oh my gosh.
Because this is a reverse canvas. When you go to the store, to Michael's and all those places,
Joann's,
this canvas is around
that wood.
This wood. And so the point is they're doing,
usually like paint on it, right?
Yeah.
Is that
so
what most people do?
Yes. And so they're saying, take the canvas off. You take the canvas, we cut it with our knife,
with the X-Acto knife.
Yeah. And then we didn't have time. We only had time to do the iron on.
Oh, but then you paint it.
Yeah, you would stain this. It's a beautiful frame. She had one stained, and it was so pretty.
You could do that with, like, cross stitch, couldn't you?
Absolutely. So you could do the same thing. Take this off.
Yeah, and then staple it.
Yeah. So you guys, this was this simple wood frame. So it's called reverse canvas. And then, or you could paint it black, or you could paint it red. And then this was an iron-on that we did. So that was a reverse canvas class, and I wanted mainly to show you.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's very cool because people had never thought about using the frame.
You guys!
Underneath the canvas. So typically it looks like that.
But white.
But white, yeah, that the front side. So anyway, there you go. That was another
That
thing.
is exciting.
Yeah, so lots of good things I learned, okay? All right, so that was my foray into the Cricut thing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I thought I would do stitching. I took 3 stitching pieces.
She didn't do anything.
I didn't take 1 stitch. I was way too busy. So then, should we talk about the book and your beauty product, okay?
Correct.
Or should we talk about the Sunday school class? The Sunday school class.
You tell your Sunday school class?
Yeah, my Sunday school class for the girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave and I teach 4-year-old kids in a Sunday school class every Sunday.
I don't know how they do it. Apparently they love Dave more than you.
They just love Dave. They just think he's great. And I'm surprised they're not afraid of him because he's so tall. A lot of people, Kev had his coach once. He was probably 6'6". He was probably the same height. And when I went to like parent-teacher conference, he said, your daughter is the only like student I've ever had that isn't like afraid of me. And it's because she was used to her own dad being so tall. But anyway,
that's really tall.
So Dave and I teach this class of 4-year-olds. We teach Sunday school. So we're in there, and the people you go to the main part, and they do a little presentation. All the kids are together with all the teachers, and they teach them, and they sing songs. Then we go to
brutal.
And then we go to class. And so as we walked out, why did they give it to them? They gave them 4 jelly beans. The good kind, the Starburst jelly beans.
Oh, those are the best.
Yeah. And I didn't think anything of it. The kids were thrilled to pieces. And so we get to class, and we're in class, and we actually had a man come and bring his son, and he was visiting his parents, and we knew him as a kid, and so we were talking to him, kind of, visiting. And the next thing I know, one of the little girls in our class has put a jelly bean up her nose. And so she's like, I think I have a problem. She's very smart. She's very smart. And I had seen her once kind of playing with it right here. She's a real texture. I can tell Anyway, I'm like, okie dokie. I said, did you put a jelly bean up your nose? And she said, yes. And she was distressed. And so I was like, we're going right to mom and dad.
You didn't want to dig it out yourself?
I'm not dealing with it.
You could have used this X-Acto blade.
Dave said, you could have taken a pair of tweezers, Debbie, and gotten that right. I didn't have tweezers with me. So anyway, you guys, I took her straight to mom and dad.
Oh my gosh, that's a good story.
Yeah, so that's what happens sometimes.
We taught 6-year-olds, and nothing like that ever happened in our class.
Then let's discuss the phobia, and then we'll move on, okay? Donna Ray Barrow, Flannel Jammy's Farm. I believe she just posted this on Instagram. I was shocked. But she was in her car, and she's like, I'm in my car because I have just had to go to the dentist. And my husband, you have to understand, she said, my husband has to take off work to get me to the dentist. And he's still in there, and I won't stay in, and I'm out in the car because I hate the dentist.
She hates it.
How many of you have weird fears like this? What did I say to myself? Oh, that reminds me of my daughter, Kath. Let's just talk for a moment about, do you have to go to the dentist this week, Kath? Yes, she does, on Thursday.
I want to get this X-Acto knife and gouge my eyeballs out.
Stop that! Okay, so Donna Ray, you have a kindred spirit.
I literally could start crying if I think about it too much.
Yeah. So I have to take her because they are going to give her a little bit of a relaxant on Thursday, and then I have to stay with her and take her home. She won't be out.
I have cavities, people. I haven't been to the dentist in about 4.5 years.
Oh.
And my husband is obsessed with his teeth. And so he's like, Kefren, we have to just go to the dentist. And then, like, the last 6 months we've tried to go, but then...
Nobody had your insurance.
Yeah. And so then we finally found someone that had my insurance, and we went... And of course, Steven hasn't been to the freaking dentist in 4.5 years. And how many cavities does he have?
None.
0. And I knew I had cavities because every time I eat something or drink something cold, it freaking hurts.
We knew it. We knew it. But so Donna Ray, you have a kindred spirit here. So I'm taking her on Thursday.
I seriously want to jump off a cliff.
It's hard. I know it's not pleasant. Okay, I know it's not pleasant. But anyway, that's our other phobia that we needed to talk about.
It's just so disturbing.
It is hard.
Like, honestly, I'm trying to think of all the things I could do. I think I'm going to take Bose headphones.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And, like, turn on something really loud and happy.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I'm so terrified.
I mean, his dentist has, like, TVs. You can watch anything you want.
Oh, it just gives
Bose
me
headphones.
so much anxiety.
Yeah, okay.
The noises and the
know.
feeling and keeping your mouth, it makes me, like, have to gag.
Yeah, I know. You're a gagger.
I'm a gagger. You know those, like, molds you have to get for, like, the
for
braces?
orthodontia. Yeah.
I would throw up every time. Like, throw up all over the person's hand that was holding the mold.
Anyway, there we go.
I'm not good with things happening in my mouth.
I know. But we're going to be okay. We're going to make it through, okay? I'm back to when you went to get, I think we've talked about this before. When you went to get your wisdom teeth out, they gave her, you know.
A Valium.
A Valium or a Xanax, I forget.
No, it was a Valium.
And we get her in there. She was a senior in high school. And we
It was like 3 days before Christmas.
And the dentist looks at me and he said,
I was screaming and bawling my eyes out.
He's like, did you give her the pill? I said, yes, I gave her the pill. Oh my gosh, honestly.
I vividly remember that too. You saying, yes, I gave her the pill.
Yeah. So anyway.
But you know, that's fine. I get my wisdom teeth out over this any day of the week.
Yeah.
Because they freaking put you out.
Yeah. So she, okay, all right, okay. We got to move on.
I hate my life.
We're going to do a book and we're going to do a beauty product and then we're going to move on, okay? I hesitated to do this book.
Oh.
But
it must be done.
It is my all-time
favorite book?
Well, no. It's maybe of children's books. I don't know. It's so good. I've given church talks based on this book.
You're joking.
Oh, no. In sacrament meeting, I've given church talks. It is an absolute, I don't think it's in print anymore, okay?
That's why she didn't want to talk about it.
I didn't know if I should talk about it, but Dave said, oh, you can get anything anywhere. It's called Jenna and the Troublemaker. And it is such a good...
I feel like I vaguely know it.
Okay, so Jenna has a bag of troubles. And she doesn't like her troubles.
Oh, I do. I know this troubles, yes.
And I think about it, you guys, seriously, in my life, I have thought about this many times. And
you thought about this book?
Yes, because of her bag of troubles.
Because we all have bags of troubles.
We all have bags of troubles.
I know that we look perfect. I mean, just look at us.
Stop it.
But we have our bags of troubles.
So she's very upset about her bag of troubles, and the troublemaker comes in because he collects these bags. And he comes into her room, and she's, why are you so upset, Jenna? And she said, I don't like my bag of troubles. It is rotten. And he said, okay, then come and meet me a couple of nights later in this field. And
where all the people's bags of troubles.
Where everybody's bags of troubles are, and I'll let you look inside of them, and you could decide
I love this.
Which bag you want to take home with you.
Wow.
So Jenna meets him in the field, He tosses her troubles into all of the bag of troubles.
Whoa.
And Jenna proceeds to go through everybody's bag. And she looks at each one of them, and Susie Miller's were frightening. And Peter Wilson's, they were too heavy to pick up. I mean, these are all these differences. And look at this one. No one should have troubles like those, said Jenna. But people do. I'm going to probably start to cry.
I know.
Anyway, she found all these bags, and many were very heavy, and many were very disturbing and very upset. And then she found a bag, and it wasn't jumping around, and there wasn't any terrible sounds coming from it. And she peeked inside, and lo and behold,
it was her bag.
It was her bag. And she said to the troublemaker, I would be happy to take this bag with me.
Whoa.
And then he said, are you sure? And she said, I am quite sure. Because and she ran home happily. And she didn't realize, as we don't, that
we're not thrown anything that we can't handle.
That's right. Everybody has a bag of troubles. And as some of the other Flosstubers would say that have been talking about it, you need to be kind because you don't know what bag somebody is carrying around. Nobody knows. You don't know. And so this is a wonderful book. And
as you can tell, Debbie's obsessed with it.
I read it over the pulpit. I read
You read the whole
thing? Yes. And people... come on, you gotta get exciting in Sacramento.
Oh, you do. It's so boring.
Come on. So anyway, and this is dear to my heart. And so you guys, if you can find it, again, it's out of print. It is an excellent, especially for older children, not little kids. They don't catch the concept. But I would think of 4th, maybe definitely 5th and 6th. And again, the people that were adults, it's just a really good reminder that everybody's carrying around a bag of troubles. And probably you can handle your bag. But
sometimes it doesn't feel like it though during.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel like it during. So anyway,
we can.
I love it. By Hayawan Oram, I'm sure I'm slaughtering that name, but that's the author. And the illustrator is Tony Ross. It's excellent. It's just a fabulous book, and it.
Do you have it in your library?
No.
Wow, it's not even in your
library. The only time I take it to my library is to teach it, and then it comes back home.
Wow.
Yeah, it's mine, so I don't have it. Okay, beauty product.
This isn't as deep as Debbie's, okay?
Yeah. No.
But so the person that my mom was with is her best friend from Las Vegas.
Oh, really? It's a crazy story I'll have to tell you sometime, but I've known her forever. And then we kind of parted ways. We went through elementary, junior high, high school, and then she became a hairdresser. I went to college. I should have become a hairdresser. This woman has she just loves it and does a great job. Anyway, Tracy Starley in Parker, Colorado. If you ever need a good hairdresser and you're in Colorado, she's excellent.
She just opened it.
Yeah, a brand new salon.
It's called Sola Salons.
Yeah, and she is in her own little private salon. She doesn't have to work with anybody else. She doesn't have to have the drama of a salon. She's all by herself. It's lovely. It's very nice. So she suggested these for Kev.
Yeah, so she said I was looking at hair straighteners. As you can see, my hair is curly because I didn't have this until I came here today.
Yeah.
And she's like, Kev, I can get you a straightener for $25. And I said, sold. Because all the ones I was looking at were like over $150.
Now, this was her cost, and she's a hairstylist.
Yeah, she's a hairstylist.
So it's not going to be that
I got lucky.
Yeah, and so this is
Did you tell her that I needed one?
Well, yes, I said. And she said, I've got it. Tell her I've got it.
So anyway, it's a Baby Bliss Pro. It's the world leader in European professional products, guys.
So there's the new straightener.
So I'm really excited to try it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what you think of it.
So
you'll have to tell
thank you, Tracy. I still owe you money.
Okay,
and then she sent me the most exciting little things. I'm so excited. She told me about this new range of hair products, and they're very fancy. It's called J Platinum, and he is a hairdresser in Beverly Hills. J Beverly Hills
is what it's called. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so she sent me all the products. And I need all of these. So this is the hydrating shampoo and conditioner.
And she just sent us some travel sizes.
Yeah, and then a nourishing mask, which I need it. My whole hair is just dead, basically. I want to see the packaging. Let us look.
Because it's all about packaging.
It's cutesy.
Yeah.
Should we smell it?
Okay. Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, really? Oh, it's lovely.
It is lovely.
She said that there are essential oils in it. It smells amazing.
Wow, it does smell amazing.
Okay.
And then she also sent me Revive coconut oil for my ends, which I'm so excited to try.
So we'll
can't
try
believe
it.
So I'll try it and let you guys know. But thank you, Tracy, for sending them. And it's J. Beverly Hills. And
it's not sold in stores. You have to find a stylist.
Oh, yeah. Like, she's one of the only people in Colorado that sells it.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's look at this one.
So if you're in desperate need.
Ooh la la. I like it. Wow, it smells so good.
Wow. We're all about smells.
We love it.
We love it when our hair smells really good.
So there you go. That's my beauty exciting things of the week.
Okay, all right. I got a little cross stitching done, and I wanted to share those with you. I got, where did it go? It fell. I got actually quite a bit done on the Mill
Hill Winter Holiday Collection.
You can actually see that there's a candy cane there, and you can see the mug starting to take shape. So anyway, I'm doing all the cross stitching, and then I'll go back and do the beads. So I got that much done on that. Mill Hill, that is
old Mill Hill,
and it's on perforated paper.
My favorite kind.
I got I got some more done on Poinsettia Place, Country Cottage Needleworks. And ladies, I was going to put this out there. I'm curious if you guys tell me why. Let's see. I'm doing it on, where is it? I'm doing it on 32 count lamb's wool linen. And I love this.
Tell me all about it.
I don't know. I just love stitching on it. And you know, it's
like it's better than
I don't know,
anything you've ever used.
No. It just feels nice. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's lamb's wool.
I know, maybe I'm telling you, I just love stitching on it. So I got all of the red done, the red that you see, and the green wasn't completely done either on the side of the Poinsettia Place. I got more green done and more red.
I think it's cute.
I love this. I don't know what it is. Once I start stitching, I don't want to go to anything else. But I mean, it's also Christmas. So I don't know. There's something about it that I really like. Okay? Which is the same. It's different. But this is also lamb's wool linen. And this is my pair of Pilgrims. And I got more of his collar done. Lizzie Kate. And
Pilgrims.
You can see his collar a little bit better because I put the darker color inside the thing there. And I like that one, but for some reason, I don't know, there's something about this that is just really,
I can see all of the holes better with my glasses on.
Oh! What? Can you believe it?
What a crazy idea that glasses would do that.
Okay.
I can actually see all the holes.
Okay, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. So that,
as you can see, I haven't done any stitching this week.
Yeah. And I got the most of that. I've got like 4 more stitches of the O.
Yeah.
On Welcome Foolish Mortals. So I mean, I got a little bit done.
Yours looks so much better than mine, I feel.
No, it doesn't. Oh my gosh. You've only got 2 letters done. That's silly.
Now that I have glasses, I can see everything so much better.
Oh, you crack me up. You're so funny.
That is so... What in the world? I didn't know you did that.
Just go down one side, down one side?
Why wouldn't you just do the X right then?
Some people do that. They do the whole X. They do one...
That's what I do. Am I not supposed to do that?
No, that's fine. That's perfect. But then if I'm counting and I'm looking at a chart... I'm going to do
that. Is so much easier.
Then I don't have to keep looking back and forth, Kath. You and I need to sit down one day and just have a talk about this. Because see, then I can just go back. Okay? All right. We'll talk about this. I have not obviously.
It's so much easier for counting.
Yeah. Because then you've got
I
it.
know.
Yeah, okay.
Then they all look the exact same. I'm like, did I just count 2 or is that 3?
Exactly.
Or is that 5?
I know. Okay.
Oh my heck.
So we'll discuss that further after this Flosstube is over. Okay? All right.
That is brilliant.
So that is the rest of my stitching for this week. This next week, I'm going Thursday and Friday. I'm going to Mom and Me scrapbooking.
A retreat?
Yeah. But it's only Thursday at 6 p.m. and then Friday all day. But then we've got
Saturday?
No, because I've got the wedding Saturday. We've got a wedding.
So you just can't go?
I can't go. Yeah, I know. I specifically went in the summer so that I could go to the whole thing because I'm not teaching.
Wait. The wedding's on Saturday?
Yeah. And
it's not on Friday?
No, it's Saturday, and it's in the morning.
And it's in Provo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so anyway. And we've got the wedding, and then we've got the reception.
Is anyone else going of your friends? Is it just you?
It's just, a couple of my friends. Rhonda.
Oh, Rhonda.
Garner Bateman, she's going to go, and Carolyn's going.
Oh,
but
good.
that's all. So anyway, so I feel bad I won't be able to be there all day on Saturday, but I'll get some stuff done. So anyway, okay. The other thing that we wanted to tell you about was, we were talking about Kathy.
Yeah.
Okay, so my niece, Kef and my niece were born on the same day, 10 years apart.
We were.
And she is a harpist.
She is. That's why I had to play the harp.
And that's why she had to play the harp.
She is a much better harpist than I am.
She is, she got her master's degree.
In
okay?
harp.
And she is the dearest. She is so sweet, you guys. She is a great person. She has 3 kids.
She's
now.
amazing.
But got her master's degree before she got married, and then now she has a daughter named Willa, a daughter named June, and a son named Lars.
And they're the most beautiful human beings.
They're darling children, okay? And she has she's done some kind of cross stitch, but she has continued on the tradition of my mother of making the felt stockings. And she has a sweet, dear sister-in-law that she just finished a felt stocking for that is amazing. And we'll insert the picture, okay? She did it for many different reasons. But anyway, it was so sweet of her to make it for this guy.
Yeah.
And I hope she doesn't know or watch her because
I'm sure she doesn't watch.
No, yeah.
So she lives in Las Vegas.
And it's kind of funny because we lived there. And my sister was very, very musical. And she did lots of, it was in the early days of Las Vegas. My sister's 72. So she played for a lot of places in Vegas.
Judy did?
Judy did,
Oh.
yeah. And so anyway, it's kind of interesting that her daughter is now there. Her husband's an attorney and they've returned back. And she now is getting a lot of gigs to play the harp. So the other night, she was a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago probably,
Maybe.
asked to play a gig, but she could not be told who the gig was for, and they wouldn't tell her for security reasons. But they told her she had to be in dress whites, so she had to be all in white, and that they would do her hair and makeup, and that she had to be there at this certain time, and she didn't know.
At the Venetian. She knew it was at the Venetian.
She knew,
right?
well, yeah, she knew where she was going at the Venetian. So she went. It was a Friday night. This last Friday, and didn't know until she got another 2 harpists were with her, and the one harpist was the Philharmonic harpist, and she had set up the whole thing. Well, now I totally forget his name. Do you remember his name? Oh, I do. Now I remember.
Well, it's funny because we were all sitting in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, we're all watching Mission Impossible.
Which is so freaking amazing.
It is, it's just
like if you want an action-packed, amazing. I just love Tom Cruise.
Oh, and it's just, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's not, Academy Award winner. It's just so
It should be, though, because Tom Cruise is insane.
It's nuts, the stuff he does, and it makes my legs, I think he's going to fall.
I literally left with a headache.
Yeah.
Because I was so tense the whole time.
Yeah, but it's excellent. It's just fun. It's just a great, and some kind of, anyway, it's good. Okay, so we're sitting there.
So she texts Debbie who it is. Did she text it in that one? And she was like...
Oh, she said we didn't know who she was playing for.
Yeah.
So the first text that comes through says, we're here. How did she say it?
She phrased it weird.
She phrased it weird and said,
and there was like,
it's the bomb dog.
And
so I looked down at Kemper and I thought,
who's bomb dog?
I don't know. It's some guy, right? Some like a Jay-Z and Bomb Dog and Beyonce. I said, Kefren, who's Bomb Dog? And Kef's like,
I was like, Steven, do you know who Bomb Dog is?
So I text Kathy back I said, who's the bomb dog? And she said, you guys, the bomb dog that sniffs for explosives. Did I feel so stupid? There was a bomb dog that came through the room.
Did it sniff for harp?
She said it did, and that they cleared the room to make sure there were no explosives.
That's exciting.
Okay, so then we knew, okay, this has got to be somebody big. But anyway, so this has no bearing on politics, or we're not trying to say anything.
No.
We're just going to tell you who it was. And so,
it wasn't Trump, okay? We were thinking it was going to be Trump, but we knew he wasn't like landing there.
And then
because before she went, they said, please do not share your political opinion.
Yeah, whatever happens, don't share your political opinions. So anyway, so she didn't know, we didn't know what was going on. Then she texted us a picture of her with all her makeup on and everything. She looked so pretty.
I'm sure that half the people, the one thing you get when you're a harpist, it drives me so bonkers. I know that it's nice, but it drives me nuts. Is when people walk by you when you're playing, they're like, oh, I think I just entered heaven. Because you're like playing the harp or something, like you're an angel playing the harp.
Yeah. So anyway, and she was all
so she looked just like an angel playing.
Because she had all white on. Is that thing? And you guys, the stage in the room had been recarpeted white. And they covered it. I don't think
they covered it in plastic so they didn't get it dirty.
So then as soon as everybody was ready, they took the plastic off and put the harps and the violins. There was 2 violinists and 3 harpists. So anyway, then they find out that it's Sheldon Adelson. Okay?
Why have I never heard of that name before?
So he's a billionaire.
He's the 16th richest man in the world.
And he was one of the biggest contributors to the Trump campaign.
Yeah.
Okay,
millions of dollars.
And so again, we're not talking politics.
We're just stating facts.
We're just stating facts. And so it was his birthday, but it was a Shabbat dinner or a Jewish going into the Sabbath. It's a Sabbath dinner. And so, and Kathy had spent 6 months in Jerusalem. So anyway, everybody was, there were 400 guests, and then she found out that his little 7-year-old grandson was going to play a violin solo. And so, because one of the violinists put it together at the last minute that it was going to be for this little boy's grandfather, and she was his teacher. So she said she interacted with this 7-year-old little boy, and he was just as cute as could be.
And just normal as could be.
Just as normal as could be. And she just really had a great experience. And so there were 400 people. They were just background music. And they brought them dinner, and they brought them drinks, and they were so caring about what they were doing. But then they had, the cantor was there, and he did all of the Sabbath prayers and the songs, and then there
would
was
have been so interesting.
All white piano, and they played Hebrew songs, and then they danced.
Can you imagine having that much money?
And then the little 7-year-old played his little violin solo, and
he messed up, and he ran off the stage.
And so his little teacher gathered him up again and said, we're going to go back on, and she helped him find his spot. I wonder if it was Suzuki.
I wonder too.
Yeah, anyway. And so they then played the rest of the song, and it was she just had a great experience. And so it's neither here nor there, but just fun that she would have that opportunity. She's had quite a few opportunities. She plays for a lot of weddings at the hotels, and
she got to play at the opening when the Bellagio first opened
many years ago. She was about 14 years old.
Yeah, a bunch of them went
Kef
down there.
You were too little to go. She just barely started, and so it's kind of come full circle, kind of.
Yeah,
we lived
cool.
there. And anyway, we'll insert a picture of her stocking that she's a harpist, but she also does cross stitch, and she also does a beautiful felt stocking. It's one of the newer ones. I want to, no, I don't know what it is. I'm not going to say. I can't remember. Anyway, it's beautiful. So we had to tell you about her experience because she was texting us, okay, it's Sheldon Adelson. This is why we're here, because we didn't know, right?
Yeah.
So I'm texting her back, and then she sent pictures, and she had a great experience.
Should I tell them what I did yesterday?
Yes. Oh, you should. Tell them what you did yesterday. Oh.
You guys. The things you do for love.
And they can watch it on your Instagram if they'd like.
Yeah, well, it'll be down by the time this is
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So last year, 1 year ago, we found out that our college does this BYU 50 drop, and they over the summer they go to all 50 states and they'll post a picture of where this prize is.
It's like a treasure hunt,
and you have to whoever's there first gets the prize,
and they have to be dressed in
BYU
the college gear. Yeah.
And so last year Steven and I did it. They do 100 here because
in Utah, because
there's so many cities and we all love BYU.
Yeah.
And so last year we won it.
They won it. It was crazy. In Bountiful.
Yeah, it was wild. We were in the middle of a grocery store last year. We had our whole cart full of groceries. We're just walking around. And Steven's they dropped it. And we threw our cart and we screamed and ran out the store. And we were one of the first people there. And then Steven had to do a competition to actually win it.
He had to flip these cups. It was
crazy.
Anyway,
it was so fun. And then 2 days later...
And what did you get? Tell them what you got, because that was a big deal to Steven.
We got a BYU football helmet.
Okay. Steven has always wished that he could play. He is a football player.
He is.
And so this was a big deal to him.
But, it wasn't that big a deal to me.
I know. No, but
But we're happy for him.
Yeah, and it's a cool helmet.
Yeah, so then this year we're we've got to try and win it again. We have to.
So they get up at 7 a.m.
So we got up at 7 a.m. and they start doing all these cities. And we're they've got to come to ours next. They've got to come to ours next. So we get out in our car.
They drive around. Oh, what do you do to Harley the dog?
We put our dog in a BYU freaking jersey. We're all wearing BYU stuff. We literally sat in the car for 5 hours.
Driving around trying to anticipate where they'll drop it.
Oh.
So one of the things was to get pictures.
So all of a sudden they're oh, we're in Farmington. You have an hour to take your picture right here.
In front of the Nike store.
And my mom and dad just happened to be at the store next to it. And so I called them. I'm please do not leave. We need you to take our picture. It's very important.
So they go.
So we zoom over to Farmington. We go, we take their picture, and then we're they're in Farmington. They're for sure are going to come back and do Bountiful next.
Because it's just
We're just neighboring cities.
Yeah.
So we fly back to Bountiful.
And you go where you think they might drop it.
We go where they think we might drop it. And Steven is I just don't have a good feeling about this. We need to go somewhere else.
And you're seeing people. There's other people in the parking lot.
You'd pass people all the time in BYU gear, and we'd all look at each other I know what you're doing. And so we freaking decide to leave where we're sitting. And I'm let's just go by the Tabernacle in
Bountiful on Main Street.
So we pull back, and we're sick of sitting, and poor Harley has been sitting in the car forever, but she's so cute. And all of a sudden they post. And I see the picture, I'm they're literally across the street from us now.
They were literally across the street.
So we were the first freaking people there. And then they tell us, oh, it's just another picture one.
They're not going to drop the ball.
They're not doing a competition.
Steven was so upset.
He was so upset.
He was upset. Oh my gosh. And they spent all day, you guys.
Because some of them, earlier in the day, they did a food challenge.
Oh.
And Steven would have we watched it, they did a live video, and I'm Steven would have had this done 10 minutes ago.
I mean, he's done food challenges before.
Oh, he was so mad, you guys. So we posted 100 pictures on Instagram
because
yesterday.
They are going to pick a winner.
They already picked it, and we didn't win.
Are you kidding me? You didn't tell me. They did. Steven does the splits. Come on. They didn't pick the splits in front of the Nike
Everyone
store.
else's picture was just smiling, oh, and here's Steven doing the freaking splits.
Holding Harley.
Honest to Pete.
Are you kidding me?
We didn't win.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
we had 6 chances to win. They're the more you post on social media, the more chances you have. So we posted it on our Twitter, our Instagram, which is Keeping Up with the Kenyans. He then made me post it on my personal Instagram page, which I don't ever really get on. And
oh my gosh.
It made me go public, and so then all of these people followed. I just don't even know.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I didn't know you didn't win. I'm sorry.
We didn't win.
We
wasted our entire day.
Oh.
It was brutal.
I'm
it was
sorry.
fun though. Like looking back, it was fun. But
Well, I
Steven
think
was just so mad.
Yeah, at the time you were having fun, but then
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Anyway, this is what we do.
This is just
all of you out in Flosstube land. This is.
And I called Debbie. She's like, "You should be stitching right now."
I did. I said, "Why don't you take your stitching in your car?"
I was like, I didn't really anticipate sitting in my car for 5 hours,
Oh,
and I was getting sick because I get car sick. And Steven was like driving around. I'm like, oh.
She was car sick, so yeah. Anyway, but that's this next week we'll do a little stitching.
We're gonna do stitching this next week. We're gonna have the time of our lives.
Yes, we are. We are going to have the time of our lives.
I don't even know. Oh yeah.
Oh, you guys! I totally forgot to show this. I finished the spooky string.
Oh my gosh!
And I covered it.
I love the fabric.
Isn't it kind of fun fabric? You guys, and I finished it. I'm going to put some buttons on it. Oh my heck.
Oh my hecking heck.
Anyway, I finished it. It will go up on my board where I have the other one. I have the spring string. No, summer string. I forget what it's called. And then I'll put this one up for Halloween.
It's so cute.
It turned out really cute. I used the knife.
Okay.
I used
the pad.
The pad, and I used the ruler to cut out.
Thank you so much.
That background
And the lines
fabric.
look so straight, Mom. I'm so impressed.
There you go. So anyway, yes, thank you. I suddenly thought of that. So I did finish that this week.
I feel like fall is next week.
Oh, no, it can't be. I can't have fall now. I love fall.
But it is getting darker earlier. Have you noticed?
Know. Don't talk to me about it. Anyway, okay, you guys, we
love
appreciate
you.
all of you, and we so appreciate your comments.
Yes,
and
we love them.
This is a great community. We are so blessed to know you guys.
We are.
We appreciate all of you, and we hope that you have a good week. We hope you get a lot of stitching done.
And we hope that none of you have to go to the dentist this week.
That's right. And so
maybe Debbie can film me.
Oh, maybe I will. Oh my gosh, I will.
I'll be like crying. I'll be like, okay, Catherine.
Okay. Anyway, we wish you a good week.
We do. We love you guys.
And we will say goodbye for now, but we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye. Guys.